TO for Dennis.
TO for telescope.
TO for Stella.
TO for return call.
Good afternoon, or to say good morning, everyone. Today I would like to talk about our assignment 1 and 2 for our group. And here is our group mates. So, first, let me talk about how do we come to this topic. So you may think about how we relate the environmental protection and architecture. I guess most of you, the most popular things that you may think about is the solar energy system on the building, on top of the building, which convert the sun energy to electrical energy. And how do we come to this topic? The first questions our group think about is what topics are our group interested in? Because if you are not interested in this topic, how can we go on with the assignment we have? Yeah. And then we draw the mind map of the topics, and then we illustrate some of the detailed subtopic points, such as the education, architecture, and policy. And within those 3 main subtopics, our group thinks that the architecture one will be the most interesting one. And we think that this is interesting, but we may not collect sufficient information and resources for carry out the research. Therefore, we go online on Google to search for keywords like green building and environment, and energy and buildings, etc. And some of the results that come out are too specific. Therefore, we go to the CTU library database to search it again and read some of the abstract to ensure that it is related to our topics and our heading to text.
And in the following session, I will talk about why and how we choose building energy research in Hong Kong a review, as we use the material in assignment 1 and assignment 2. First, we use the Scopus search engine of CTU library database and to find journals. And we find 2 journals. They are Building Energy Research in Hong Kong, a review, and the second one is the use of recycled aggregate in concrete in Hong Kong. Because those 2 are much more related to our topic. And finally, we choose Building Energy Research in Hong Kong, a review as our first article. The reason of selecting that journals are that it's more correlated to the concept of our topic, because it provides an overall review of building energy research and efforts in Hong Kong. Also, it includes more environmental architecture than the other one. Besides, the authors of this article are famous experts of building surface engineering. Here is one of the authors' information. And he is Professor Huang, who is a chair professor of building surface engineering in PolyU. He published lots of books and papers in reference journals. And the other authors is Dr. Ma. He is also a staff in the Department of Building Surface Engineering in PolyU. And when we compare the content of these 2 journals, we find that the contents are level for the second one, that is the use of recycled aggregate in concrete in Hong Kong, because it's just about the construction and demolition rates. And for the following part, I will pass this to Stella.
Thank you very much. Now let me move to the summary of the article. This article reviewed the building energy consumption in Hong Kong and about the past 10 years of what government had done. And it also deduced the methods to save energy. This article is very useful for relevant researchers and employees because these provide information for their references and to interpret energy saving. And finally, to apply the sustainable and renewable energy in building. Let me move on to the critique. We have broken this critique into 6 parts. I'm going to talk to you about one to two parts, and Rita will present you the rest and the conclusion. First, we think that the examples are too general. For example, it seems that the author mentioned too many government policies. It will be better if he described more of the advanced design and renewable energy. Second, the examples are also not stated deeply. After mentioning the examples, the author only used few sentences to state the importance of these examples. I'll quote the words of the article. Data are also useful for proper design, and there is no further explanation. So we think that will it be too general? That's the end of my part, and Rita will present you of the rest. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. I will continue and critique part 3 and 4. The flowcharts are difficult for people who are not studying in this field to understand, since some of the flowcharts are so complicated like this, and it is quite difficult for people who are not experts of this field. However, others didn't further explain it, which may cause misunderstanding for people. Confuse among the figure and professional terms. Insufficient annotation is the other problems. Since audience cannot follow the journal, examples are separated by figure and a lot of terms. Therefore, they will go along the wrong way of the paper. In part 5 and 6, examples are encapsulated in Hong Kong, since Hong Kong is the limitation of place, insufficient of sunlight storage. If we want to available solar radiation, many of the solar storage equipment have to be set up. However, Hong Kong is donated by skyscrapers. This kind of method is not very suitable. Focus on the energy consumption of air conditioner and ignore other electrical applicants' consumption. The article mainly focused on the energy consumption of air conditioner and didn't concern about other electrical applicants' consumption. In fact, they also occupy much energy in Hong Kong. In the conclusion, detailed research in Hong Kong building provide energy information for related aspects. The journal reviewed entry Hong Kong building, which provide useful information to researchers and investigators. The concept of the advanced design provide a sustainable environment too. The other is very familiar with this kind of aspect. However, the limitation of the audience, the figure and terms are difficult for normal students to follow. Hence, all of us spend so much time to understand it. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you. And here is the answer and question. Do you have any question?